Hello and welcome back to the Be You, Live Your Essence podcast. My name is Silvia Walukiewicz and I'm your trainer for energetic transformation, consciousness expansion and self-healing. In this podcast series, you will receive some tips, insightful stories and interesting inputs how you can transform more of your old blockages and connect more to your true inner self, and finally to live more the inner and outer fulfillment. Today's episode is about the topic Master Your Challenges Now. Firstly, I will talk about the topic why we are sometimes so overwhelmed and have the impression that it's a never-ending story. Secondly, I will give you some insightful perspectives and points of view what happens with our energy in our everyday life. And as a final, very important point, I will talk about how we can master our challenges more easily, and I will share some very interesting and easy exercises which you can implement in your everyday life. So very important question. Why are we sometimes so overwhelmed? And why we have the impression that the challenges in our everyday life are a never-ending story? First thing which we need to know is that if we want to master our challenges more easily, we have to be 100% present. But what happens during our everyday life? For example, we have like a discussion with our boyfriend, girlfriend, and it still triggers us. Maybe we are sad or angry because of what we've discussed. But then we just go to work and are present at work physically. However, our emotions are still in the past connected to the discussion, right? So we are not 100% in the now because our emotions, are not at work. So we cannot benefit from the opportunities in the present moment. We are unable to really master our challenges since we have not 100% of our energy in the present moment, right? And very often we are, for example, at work or we are doing something else, but we think about, for example, the future. And we are imagining our next amazing holidays, for example, or we think about the past, what has happened in the past, what we still haven't done and what's still now on our to-do list, or we start to think about what we have to do tomorrow and are really overwhelmed when we look at everything we have to do tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the next week, and so on. Yes, of course we are overwhelmed, since our energy is not in the present moment. It is as if, let's say, 30% of our energy is in the past, 20% is in the future, and 50% is in the now. Or even worse. And what I observe with many people is that it's sometimes even worse, and we are not even aware of that, right? I really recommend you to observe yourself and to ask yourself, where are you during the day? Where are your emotions? Where are your thoughts? And where your physical body is, you know that. Your physical body is always in the now, but our emotions, our thoughts, and sometimes our, let's say, energy, apart from emotions and thoughts, is not in the present moment. And this can really lead to being overwhelmed. Because if we are in the now, yes, it can be challenging. It can be painful if we, for example, have a triggering discussion with our partner or our boss, or something happens that hurts us, right? Then it can be challenging. However, we can only really master these challenges if we are in the present moment. Yeah, and I really recommend you to take some time during the day to take care of your emotions, to check how you feel, to really reconnect with the present moment, to master your challenges better, right? And yeah, why we have the impression that it's a never-ending story. Of course, if we think of the future and what we will do in 5 years, in 6 years, in 10 years, and what tasks we want to do and what goals do we have, yeah, then it's really a never-ending story. And of course, we can make like a to-do list for the next 5 years, so it feels like a never-ending story. However, if we manage our energies, our emotions, our thoughts, and we are able to write, for example, a to-do list and just put it aside when we are doing a task in a present moment, then we can really master our challenges better. Yeah, so when we are 100% in the present moment, it's the energy of the momentum. Yeah, there are some people who call it the momentum, because then you can benefit 100% from your potential and from the opportunities that are shown to you in the now. So, and what happens with our energy during the day? Exactly that, what I've explained to you right now. And what's even worse about that is that, for example, if we have like the discussion with our partner and the next day we go to work and we didn't clarify that discussion, it's still like triggering us and we feel bad about it. But we think, it's done, it was yesterday, tomorrow is a new day, I just forget about it. A part of your energy will stay there in the moment, in the past. I can imagine that many of you have had situations in which you have said exactly that, like, forget about it, it's not important, it's fine. But when you have talked about it with a friend or with another person who is quite close to you, you have maybe started to cry, or you've realized like, there are still some emotions stored. And in that moment, you can really know that a part of your energy is in the past. Maybe some of you know how I work with people and how I work with myself. I always get the energy back into the present moment, and I take it back from the past to take it into now. I have been doing that for quite a long time, and I've always took my energies back, or I have connected to the past moment and felt again the emotions and gave myself some time to heal the emotions, to really clarify that situation and to heal myself and my emotions. And then I was really able to let go this past situation and take my energy back. Maybe it sounds quite weird to you, but we are all in the process, every one of us, the entire world actually, is in the process of becoming more aware. I'm very aware of energies. I can really feel the energies, I can see energies, I sense the energies, and I know how to play with them. Yeah, for me it's like a game. And one of my big hobbies is to optimize the energetic state of situations, of people, of how to heal yourself emotionally, how to manage your thoughts better, really on an energetic basis. Because everything is energy, and if we can master that, we can master everything. So now, how we can master our challenges more easily. And for this, I want to share some easy exercises with you. So the first one is really to be in the now and to connect to the now through your body and through your breath. So that's a thing many of us know because of meditation or because of some sports. If you observe that you are somewhere else energetically and your body is in the now, as usual, then just connect to your breath and focus only on your breath. Observe your breath and take some time, etc. And what you can also do is the meditation body scan. You will find a lot of such meditations on YouTube, short ones, long ones, 10 minutes, 1 hour. Check what's best for you, and you can be sure that this body scan meditation can really support you in coming back into the present moment, into your body, in the now. Another interesting exercise in order to bring your energy back. It sounds might weird, but it's amazing. It comes from shamanism. And they recommend to call your own name. So to call your first name, maybe you have a second name, and a family name, right? The surname. So for me, it would be like Sylvia Beatrice Walukiewicz, come here. Yeah, so I can say that aloud or just mentally and imagine that my energy comes back and I can really feel the effects. I have tried this exercise many, many times in some seminars or courses, and I have given this technique to my clients, and everyone is so super happy about it. During the seminars, people even shared the experience with me that they felt a lot of heat in their bodies and a lot of energy. So it means that so much energy came back to them finally. Another important point is to really plan moments of calmness during the day, not during the week, during the day, every day. Like, for example, 10 minutes meditation in the morning, 15 minutes walk in the lunchtime with your favorite music, for example, half an hour sports in the evening, and afterwards like passive time, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the sauna, for example. Yeah, so that you really plan some, we call it also islands, energetic islands during the day, so that you really can come back into the present moment, charge your energies, refocus, and reconnect to yourself, to have more energy to master your challenges then. Because if we keep on running around the whole day, just doing one task after the other from our to-do list, then in the evening we sit down, some things are done, some not, and we are not really in the present moment because we are thinking about what we have to do next. So we will always be under tension, under pressure the whole day. Maybe in the evening we are super tired, or we are still like feeling the adrenaline, or we just don't want to think and switch on television and watch some things, just to keep our mind occupied, but not really being in the present moment. Is that the life we want? Are we really enjoying life? Or is it that we just are running around and fixing things and having challenges all the time somehow, and not really having moments of peace? It's our choice. I have chosen for myself to have every day some fixed points. Like, for example, in the morning I meditate for like 45 minutes at least. And during the day I have some other planned energetic islands, like going for a walk, meditating, just doing my sports, going to sauna afterwards, having a massage, or just having time with myself to read a book, to just have some, let's say, time off everything and everyone else. That's really helpful for me. Another very interesting strategy is the so-called floor mop technique. And this technique is not about how to clean your floor with a floor mop. It's about cleaning your energies and bringing your energies back. So one technique you already know, it's the one with calling your name or coming back through your body. And this technique is really about going through your everyday life and taking your energy back. So, for example, a normal day, you get up in the morning, you go to the bathroom, you have some breakfast, and you feel calm so far, you meditate 10 minutes, and then you receive a message which triggers you emotionally. You don't have time to really process these emotions, so you just move on, you go to work, you have a discussion with your boss. This discussion is a bit challenging, but then you have something very exciting and positive at work with your project, and so on, right? So when you arrive in the evening, usually a part of your energy has stayed in your day. So my recommendation is that in the evening, you take like 5-10 minutes and you sit down and you go through your day. Like in the morning, you got up and then you went to the bathroom, you had some breakfast, and how you felt about it. It's not a mental thing only, it's especially an emotional thing. And you felt good so far, but then you received this message which triggered you. And you didn't have really time to process that, right? So then in the evening, you can sit down and take a moment for yourself. You connect to your emotions, you really go through that message again, mentally, emotionally. You ask yourself, what has triggered you? What has happened? Maybe you just need to take care of this emotion while you observe it, while you breathe, while you calm down. Maybe you need to start a conversation with the other person, etc. So then you really can calm yourself down and neutralize the past situation and take your energy back into the present moment. And then you continue, you went to work, etc. Yeah, so really you go through your entire day and you will see it's amazing how many things we, let's say, don't see during the day. So how many emotions change during the day, or we feel during the day, and we just forget about or ignore them. Yeah. And in the evening, when we go through that, we can really perceive them clearly and learn a lot about ourselves. I have been doing this technique for about 3, 4, 5 years maybe. So it's my invention, let's say. I will also write a book about this technique. And of course, it's even more complex. Usually you can also transform traumas with this technique. It helps with depression, it helps with relationship conflicts, etc. And there are much more tools involved, but I just simplified it for you so you can use it if you want during your everyday life. And since I'm doing this technique, I've observed massive changes within my energetic field. I'm much more present, my memory has improved. Yeah, because it's like a memory exercise. What have I done during the day, for example, right? And my memory has really improved massively. Then my perception of time has changed. So, for example, I'm with a client like for 20 minutes, and I have the impression that we are there for 2 hours. This has happened because my perception of time, of the linear time, has changed. Now I perceive time more as like time and space and not the linear stressful time. Yeah, so it's a really, really big change. And I can let go of things much more quickly. I know myself much better and I am able to transform things much faster. So it's really an amazing technique. And I know maybe it sounds so easy, but if you really try it and allow yourself to dive deep into this technique, you will feel some effects. And if you have any questions, just text me about it or wait for my book to come, probably next year. So I hope that these techniques and insightful perspectives can support you in being more present and master your challenges more easily. To the end of the podcast, I will summarize the 3 most important points. So firstly, what happens during the day with our energy? Our energy is very rarely 100% in the present moment. Yeah, most often a part is in the past, another in the future, and maybe 50% in the now. Secondly, why are we so overwhelmed because of some challenges? Exactly because of that. Because a part of us is like thinking of all of the challenges in the future. Another part is still occupied with transforming the emotions from the past. So we are unable to really master our challenges from the now. And as the last part, I've shared some very interesting and efficient techniques with you, how you can be more in the present moment. Like breathing and body scan meditation, planning moments of calmness during the day, doing the floor mop technique to really take your energy back and let go of the things you don't need anymore. So enjoy implementing these insightful tips and inputs and practicing the amazing exercises which will support you in coming in the now and being more present. Have a good time. Thanks for listening and see you soon. Thank you very much.